Hi, so welcome everybody to our first session of Navigating Uncertainty. And I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the lands on which we're all meeting. I'm sure it's quite varied at this point, and just pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. So my name's Naomi, I'm from Vada, as you can probably tell from the name at the bottom, but I just thought I'd give you a quick kind of intro into what we're hoping to do with these sessions, and then I'll hand over to Patrick to take us through our paces on this. So the idea of running these sessions was to give people an opportunity to learn some new skills and techniques for how to navigate a really uncertain time and an uncertain space. At the moment, no one really has any clue what the future might hold. But how do we move through that in a way that we maintain a sense of hope, a sense of connection, a sense of possibility, and to support each other through that process as well. So the sessions are going to be very experiential. So you're going to be broken up into small groups and into pairs to test out some of these skills and to test out some of these techniques. And then we'll bring you back to a larger group to share what you've learned. And also to discuss how some of these things might apply to a work context, because the skills and techniques you're learning or about to learn are pretty generic. So it's, as a group, how do we start to create some wisdom around that? And I guess in saying that, it's things that you're learning, but it's not just knowledge. These are skills that need to be applied. So it's a really embodied, an embodied process. So you need to actually try them out and do them in order to be able to benefit from it. And I guess what we're covering off on, what we're hoping that you can also gain through this is a strong sense of the values that are underpinning this work. Which are all about connection, compassion, collaboration, about hope, open-mindedness, some courage in doing new things and in supporting each other, and also a sense of being really present in the moment and to yourselves and to each other. Is that an okay intro, Patrick?
That sounds great. I'm impressed. I want to do it now.
I say we just get into it. Yeah. So I'm going to hand it over to Patrick and and we'll see how we go.
Hi. Hi. Crazy time for us all to be meeting like this, but it's very exciting to see where we'll go with this. So I've done work with Naomi in the past as a facilitator. We did some work with Vada, and just something about what I did resonated quite strongly with Naomi, and she thought we can take this a little bit further. I come from a professional theatre background. I've spent years in New Zealand originally working as a professional actor, and then I moved to Melbourne and specialised in improvisation theatre. Basically, we were storytellers, creating a scene with a partner or our partners from almost literally nothing. Something sometimes as simple as a one-word suggestion from an audience member, and our entire work would be based on that one word. So we had no idea where we were going. We could only look back and see where we've been. And I looked into this and I thought, well, this is quite interesting. The skills that we use as improvisers relate very directly with good communication and leadership skills. And the more I looked into it, I realized that they were running courses in the likes of Harvard and Stanford in the States. And a lot of these big business schools are teaching now improvisation as a business training tool. From an entertainment perspective, it's a lot of fun, but it's the exact same principles pertain to applied improvisation in business and human interaction. And that's where I've been positioned for the last 15 years and specializing in how improvisation works in both the corporate, public, health sector, in leadership. Because basically from a space of complete uncertainty, which is in a sense related to where we are now in the world. As performers, as improvisers, we navigate through an unknown space. And we're with our scene partner, business partner, people that we're dealing with. And we need to overcome obstacles of the unknown, and generally that manifests itself as fear. And together, creating a clarity of communication. One of the big things that we focus on is making our partner look good. And that's respecting and focusing on each other. I'm not inside my head thinking about what I could say that would be good, or what I would say that would be right, or what's best for me. My philosophy is to make my partner look good by what can I do to inspire him or her to get the best out of them. So my focus has to go in that direction, and that's what's working for me. And because I'm doing that, and I'm confident in knowing that my scene partner or my partner is doing the same for me, that way I don't have to worry about my own headspace. Hope that makes sense. So from a space of uncertainty, there's no sense of hopelessness. I know that everyone on my group and my team and my show has my back, and I have them. I have their back. And that's, with that, we can look to the future with excitement and find inspiration in what we have and what we can co-create, what we can work on together. So that's kind of the basis of the approach that we'll be taking over these sessions. Sound good? Yeah.
It's super fun as well.
It's super fun as well, apparently, yeah. No, what it is. It's a lot.
Oh, we got a thumbs up. Nice. Thanks, Chris.
Great. So I just want to do a little exercise, because we are normally, it's very hard to feel connected in a space like this. So I've got this sort of visual exercise that we can do, that the fact that we're all doing it at the same time. If you're on speaker view, you can see everyone doing it at the same time as well. And it's what we call brain gym. And it's a way of balancing the left brain, right brain. It gets us into a position of presence. We're not sitting wondering about how we're looking on the screen, or what's going on around us outside the view of the camera. And yeah, it's a lot of good fun, a way of focusing and getting ourselves in a nice headspace. Sound good? Excellent. So this is actually the first step, is putting your thumb.
Yeah,
Nice segue, Patrick. The thumb of your right hand up like that. Excellent. Excellent. Kim, I can't see you. There you go. Perfect. And I can't see Amy or Tim, so I just imagine. Good one.
Amy,
so what you're going to do is you're going to take the thumb down and put the pointy finger out. It's as simple as that. So you're going to point. Josie's just joining, and then things. So you just swap from your thumb to your finger to your thumb to your finger to your thumb to your finger to your thumb. Very simple. You remember the old school version of that? This is similar. You're going to do the same with the right hand now, the left hand. So thumb to the finger, thumb, finger, thumb, finger, thumb, finger. All right, too easy. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because now it's just the thumb of each hand, and you swap. Yeah, Chris is freaking out.
I should mute myself. Oh my God.
Oh, look, Sharon's working it out. Nice.
I can't.
All right, Chris, you can do it. You can do it.
Sharon's nailed it. Nice one.
Yeah. So this is basically as tricky as things will get over these sessions. You have no idea what we're doing?
Is it okay for me to be here? Sorry, I'm a bit late.
Absolutely.
No worries at all.
So so basically what we're doing is we're balancing the two sides of our brain at the same time. These are great exercises for getting ourselves into headspace, and something as simple as a coordination exercise becomes, for some reason, a little bit trickier for us, because we tend to focus on one thing or the other. A lot of the time with improvisation, because we're making things up as we go along, there is this tendency for us to fail. And as you were learning that, you were failing, but you were failing with a smile on your face. So we have what we call happy failure. We fail fast, recover quickly. Nothing can go wrong with improv. That's pretty much the plan. Okay, so we're going to look into the principles of what applied improvisation is. So there are skills that will help us feed into finding clarity and confidence in the unknown. Skills that deal with offers and acceptance. But there's also things that will stop it in their tracks. And we've put a language around these obstacles, these blocks, these roadblock obstacles, blocking, wimping, and hogging. And we're going to look at a little bit of that and why they become important. It's just giving us a language that we can all focus on. But I want to first look at the idea of what offer is. And we all kind of know basically what the basic aspect of what an offer is. But for this aspect, there are three forms of different types of offers. And I'm going to get Naomi to demonstrate what these offers are. She's very excited about this.
I'm so nervous.
So the first idea is a verbal offer. So it's anything, an offer is anything new that is introduced to a conversation or an interaction. So Naomi, I want you to just give basically a verbal offer.
Hey, Patrick, here's a present. I saw this while I was out, or maybe I saw this while I was online, and I've decided to buy it for you. Here.
All right. So it's a verbal offer. Naomi's offering me information that she's found something for me to have. It's very, very simple. I think we'll try that. It's very, very. We're just going to very basics, one step at a time at this point. So what I want you to do is just, we're going to get Naomi to put you into groups of 2, and you're just going to give verbal offers. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be happy birthday. That's a verbal offer. Oh, look, there's a bird flying past outside my window. Or happy birthday, I've got you a present. Or do you want a cup of tea? Anything verbal, a question is a verbal offer. Any sort of thing like that. So yeah.
How long, Patrick?
Oh, only a couple of 1 minute. Doesn't need to be
1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just back and forth, and I'll pop into a couple of groups and have a look.
You should have an invite. Yep.
I'm there. Yeah, so that was pretty straightforward, really. Nothing earth-shattering new about that. It's just any information that is verbally passed on. So that's a verbal offer. A physical offer is exactly the same, but done in a physical manner. So Naomi, I want you to just demonstrate what a physical offer is. All right, so she's passing me an imaginary gift. Physical offer could also just be thumbs up. It could be a wave. Could be, oh, I'm hot. Yeah. So a physical offer, very, very simple. I don't think we need to demonstrate these, Naomi. I think everyone's pretty up on what these are.
Cool.
Yeah. The other one is an emotional offer. So any demonstration of an emotion. So Naomi, I'll get you to demonstrate.
So excited.
All right, yeah, excitement. So, or it could be a combination of the three, or two or three together. So we got verbal offers, physical offers, and emotional offers. And Naomi, I'll get you to just demonstrate a combination of the same three combined, please.
So excited, so excited. I got you this gift. I thought you'd really like it.
Excellent. So just by using three simple concepts of what offers are, emotional, physical, and verbal, we're getting all this information that's being passed to us. And in the sense of improvisation, this is what becomes very, very important. And it's how we deal with these offers that makes us move forward. But the trouble is there are these stumbling blocks that stop us from being able to interact with people in an unknown space, or to interact in an unknown environment if we don't treat these offers in the right way. So this is the language we've built up around it. So often an interaction doesn't quite work because the conversation doesn't build. And the first reason for that is there's an offer can be blocked. We call it blocking. So I'll make an offer for Naomi, and I'll get Naomi to block the offer for me. Just a simple straight block, Naomi. Oh, I believe it's your birthday, Naomi. I bought you a bunch of roses.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't really like roses.
But I bought them just for you, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They give me hay fever. I don't really like them.
All right. So it's pretty simple. She's shutting me down completely. Yeah. And I'm having to do all the work, and all Naomi is doing is stopping any sense of the offer. So this is what I think we need to practice. So back into pairs, one person will make an offer, and I just want you to block it. It can be deny their reality. It can be just by saying straight no. It could be ignoring the offer completely, going, there's no roses there, that was just you holding your hand out, Patrick. Yeah. So just shutting the offer down completely. And then just go back and forth. Make an offer, have it blocked. Make an offer, have it blocked.
Okay.
I'll meet someone in a room. Breakout thing. We might need just a little bit longer.
Oh. So you might end up in a room with someone else. Sorry. So that time again? Another couple of minutes?
No, that's fine. We're there now. So,
okay.
Yeah, this is where we'll open it up and get your input as to how did it feel to have your offer blocked? What were the ways of, and what happened? What happened first to the person that was blocking the offer, and what was it feel like to have your offer blocked? So in both aspects. So anyone?
It's quite awkward.
Yeah, it is. It's awkward, yeah?
It's uncomfortable.
Sure.
Thought people were ungrateful for a beautiful offer of fresh toilet paper, unused toilet paper.
Well, a commodity as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they feel ungrateful, I mean, you know, because it could have been words of wisdom in a work situation, it could have been like words of wisdom. How do you feel having your offer blocked? Anyone?
I feel very not validated and like I'm not being listened to, basically.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And,
So, sorry, Louise, go ahead.
And it feels quite powerless as well.
Mm.
I was offering something that I thought everyone would want and they just didn't want it. So it's like, but why? Why don't you want it? This is a great thing. This beautiful green pen.
Yeah. Nice. So how many people, just quick show of hands because we can't all talk at the same time, but do you feel that you've come across people in the work situation that are blockers, that block you all the time? Yeah. And why is it do you think that people are blocking? Why is it that this block aspect is the stumbling block for moving forward? Why do people block? What is the reason behind it?
Sometimes it's a fear of the unknown, I think. Again, stepping into something that's unfamiliar.
Absolutely. Yeah. We are currently in a position of the unknown, and I find myself even blocking ideas of my own because we're in a world now where things are unfamiliar, and there's a fear that nobody likes change, so radical change too much. So you know, I find myself going, oh, I can't do that, but I'm going, well, why not? We don't know where we are at the moment. Yeah. Naomi, you want to add anything to?
No, that was fine. It was more just that idea of, you know, we recognize these behaviors, even though it's quite fun doing it when you're trying to give away a green pen, Sarah, but like this happens I'm sure we've all experienced it in a work context, and it might have even been us that was doing the blocking as well. So it's having a bit more awareness around the impact of that on other people, and also on that ability to feel confident in offering up suggestions in future as well.
Yeah. We do tend to want to block because we are afraid that if we say yes, we have to deal with something. Yeah. If we say yes to it, we're going to have to deal with that moment. So it's easier for us to say no and block it out. That way we don't have to deal with it. But we're not then working as together. We're not working as a group in this situation. This is not rocket science, I realize that, but once it all starts adding up. So the other stumbling block that we come across a lot too is that it will impede or destroy interaction is wimping. So this time I'll make the same offer to Naomi, and I'll get Naomi to wimp at the idea of the offer. So I'll give you an idea of what that's about. Happy birthday, Naomi. I bought you a bunch of roses.
Oh, have they got thorns on them?
Yeah, of course. But and I've taken them off though. So I realize you don't like thorns. So here's the roses.
I don't really have a vase.
Okay, but don't worry. Look, I've got a spare vase as well. So I bought you a vase as well.
Yeah, where do you think? Where did you get the roses from?
Okay, so it's hard work again. So Naomi is not saying no. She's not blocking my offer. She's accepting them, but she's not really saying yes to the idea. Yeah, she's wimping around the idea, taking the energy out of the offer, not really taking any responsibility for the offer that I've made to her. So yeah, that's wimping. So we'd like to try that now, please.
All right.
Just a little bit longer.
Yeah, sorry.
So make an offer, wimp around it. Who's doing all the work? If they shut you down straight away, I want you to just keep going and try to get her or him to accept that offer. But They're going to wimp every time.
Here we go. Breakout rooms.
All right. How are we going, everyone?
It's
just you and me. Where is everyone?
No, they're all back. Everyone's back.
Oh, are they? Oh, I got the wrong view, maybe. Okay, cool. So, I had there's everybody. Sorry, I lost everyone there. Okay, so wimping, it's an interesting process. I'd like to hear feedback from you guys on how that went for you. Josie had quite an interesting observation. I feel sorry for her because I was wimping every offer that she made. So, Josie, can you just repeat what you said to me at the end of that little session, how you felt about it?
I just said that it reminded me of the work I do with young people. I find when you were initially describing it, it's a very common thing. And I think certain people use that strategy, or they do that, wimping. I've never heard of that term, but they do that without even realizing. And I feel as though a lot of the young people that I work with in alcohol and drug work, they definitely do that a lot. And so I guess I've got, some skills around trying to negotiate that a bit, but yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Who do you felt, this for everyone, who do you felt was doing all the work in that interaction? Who does all the work when, because you feel that you're kind of getting somewhere, but are you? And so someone has to work a lot harder to make the interaction work. Thoughts on that?
I'm sorry, I've just got to take a call.
No,
No worries.
Yeah, the person making the offer had to work really hard because he just kept on putting obstacles in their way, and it just felt cruel, actually.
yeah, it's harsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's cruel. Yeah. Because you feel that you want to say yes, but you don't want to commit to anything. So wimping has a tendency to take sort of the commitment element out of the interaction, makes it a lot trickier. All right, so and it's like the energy comes out of the interaction, and you have to work a lot harder to make anything work. So the final one of the three is what we call hogging, and once we demonstrate this, it becomes pretty self-explanatory what hogging is. So Naomi, happy birthday! I bought you some roses.
Oh my God, did you buy me flowers? Are they roses? I love roses. Thank you. You look at all these other roses that I've already got, and I'm like so excited because I've got to plan this party. I'm having this party tonight for my birthday. So the roses are going to be fantastic for that.
Okay. So but basically what hogging is completely dominating the conversation. It becomes a complete one-sided. I barely finished my sentence before Naomi took it and ran with it and just blew the whole thing up, and I couldn't get a word in during the rest of the conversation. Yeah. So that's hogging. Self-explanatory. Hogging the scene, hogging the energy, hogging the interaction. So have a go at that in your pairs, and just see how much you can get. Probably that was a little longer last time, Naomi. You can probably halfway between the first lot and the
Sure. Okay, no worries.
And I don't. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Apart from Josie completely trashing my set of headphones, I think that interaction went really well. So hogging, taking and dominating the scene completely. A couple of things happen in this. So I'd like to just hear from you guys what you went through as the receiver of the hog, making the offer and having the offer hogged, or the vice versa. So just some thoughts on that.
I thought that I was a pretty good hogger, but found it difficult to continue the conversation.
Right. Who were you with?
Chris?
Yeah,
Chris? Was Galaxy like good at continuing the conversation? Did you have a conversation?
We actually ended up having a conversation after a while because we decided that
Sure.
it was better fun than hogging. But no, it started off really well. It started off. You can see that it happens all the time in workplaces.
So what place do people come from when they're in this place of hogging? Why are people hogging? Anyone?
A lot of it can be due to selfishness and evaluating your own self.
Absolutely. That's nailed it on the head there. It comes again from the place of fear. I don't have value or trust in my scene partner or my conversation partner. So I'm going to keep filling the space because I don't want to have any information come from them. I don't trust their ability to match the ideas that I have in my head. So if I hog the scene, I'm not going to give them any opportunity. So there's a fear of that. There's also that fear of if I stop, they're going to give me information and I'm going to have to deal with that information. So if I keep dominating the environment, keep dominating the space, then I don't have to have that interaction and have that connection with them. Yeah. Eventually, however, I'm going to run out of energy. I'm not going to be able to hog the scene forever. And who am I going to need to fulfill that space then? It's my scene partner, but they no longer trust in any energy that I have because they're afraid that I'm just going to hog completely again. Yeah. So eventually I'm going to push away my scene partner or push away my my partner in this situation. They're not going to want to have that conversation with me anymore. Yeah. And as opposed to when we are blocking a scene, the person making the offer is doing all the work because that person's blocking it or the person's wimping. The instigator, the person giving the offer, is having to compensate for that lack of movement forward and continuously try to connect. Whereas with blocking, with hogging the scene, you don't have a say at all. You're just pushed out of the scene completely. And so you've got no input. So these are the three basic stumbling blocks that will create the big issues in moving forward. Naomi?
Yeah. And I laughed when I first did this with you because I could picture so many people in my workplace. I went, oh my God, they're the blocker. They're absolutely the blocker. They're the wimp. And it's such simple ways of kind of identifying those behaviors, but we see them all the time, and it's great to have a name because it's great to have a name and then you can identify what it is that you're experiencing. And particularly wimping there's nothing that you can kind of do about it. There's no agency that you have around wimping. You can't complain about it because there hasn't been a direct refusal. You can't, have any agency in moving it forward because there's been no actual approval. And the idea also of hogging is you just get worn out. You get worn out and there's no space and time to contribute, nor do you feel that what you're contributing would be of value. So they all just shut down relationships and they all shut down the possibility of something new and something different.
Yeah. So once we've acknowledged and recognized what these three stumbling blocks are, that was the purpose of this session. We're going to then move on to how we counteract that and where we move on to it from there. How are we for our time?
Yeah, we're pretty good. We're on about 45 minutes now, so
right.
About a wrap.
So the next session we'll be looking at how do we navigate our way through these stumbling blocks to keep a conversation and move into the unknown, so that the space in front of us that we have no control over because we don't know what it is, how we can navigate through that and get ourselves moving forward with a sense of creation with each other and a sense of hope as we move forward.
Amazing. Patrick. So if you want to review this, or you have colleagues you think that might benefit from seeing this, it will be up on the VADA YouTube channel. So please subscribe and you can access it. It'd be great if people could watch this before the next session, which will be on Thursday. I'm not sure if any of you will be attending the next session, but again, we'll be putting that online because they're all standalone skills and techniques that you can use, but there is a definite order in how we're building how we're application of it. Yeah. So do try and kind of watch these ones, the earlier ones, before you move on to the later ones. And any feedback, like this is the first time we've done it, so please send through any feedback if you have any. You've all got my email address, so it's an unfiltered feedback place, right? Don't feel that you have to don't limp out on me. Just let us know, because we can certainly iterate and adapt as we go. But otherwise, thank you so much for all joining us. Literally the first time we've done this, so it was so great to have a really great group. And we'll hopefully see some of your faces, if not all of your faces, at the next sessions that we run. So enjoy the afternoon, everybody.
Thanks, that was great.
Yeah, cool. Glad you enjoyed it. Ciao.
Thanks, Kate. See you next time.
Bye.
Ciao.